The food is really good here.
Do you have any favorites?
The peixe. Did I say that right? Well, everybody kind of fills their own niche in the band, and I think that's probably the case with any band that's noteworthy. I think that Pedram and I have a dynamic that we're kind of opposites that attract. Spencer lays down the thudding bass lines and Matt, brings a very, very elegant, simplistic, but rhythm forward approach to the drums. And when we come together, we become the All-Allahs, and that's, it wouldn't exist any other way, I guess. We've always been really hands-on with the recording process. We have either produce or assistant produce all of our records. We work with people that we know and whose tastes we know will fit our sound and what we like to hear. The good performance is the most important thing when you're making a record, absolutely. But we tend to write in the studio now more so than, our first record was songs that we had been playing for years live. So when we got into the studio, we just kind of played them exactly how we'd been playing them, and it was like just done in a very timely fashion. These days, we tend to like to experiment more in the studio, spend more time developing new sounds, different ideas, things like that, and also just throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks kind of approach. So, because Matt's a very dynamic drummer. He doesn't like to play to a click. He'll play some parts laid back, and some parts he'll play on top of the beat, ahead of the beat, behind the beat. He's always finding little pockets to kind of wedge himself into. So you have to have that in the recording, As long as you get the drums and the bass and maybe rhythm guitar really tight and really get that energy, then from there you can build on top of that, and that's kind of how we do our records these days, for the last two at least. Our love for music and finding new music was the thing that got us into playing together in the first place. I think that having that passion for new and different sounds is something that translates to our audience as something that they like about us, I guess. It's important for any artist to really not just be a player or a musician, but also to be really involved and engrossed with music, records. In that way, you kind of really start to understand the whole world of it. It's kind of a big reason that we stopped doing the podcast, because when you put things like that on the internet, they get farmed by Spotify and by other algorithms, curation platforms, and they're making billions and billions of dollars, and you're doing it as a free passion project. It's a little disheartening. So we would like to press some like private press records, mixes like that, but I think that we will probably keep Reverberation Radio off the internet for the future.